All right, let's start with a video.
The word photograph comes from two Greek words that translate to light drawing. Some people describe photography then as drawing with light. Light defines objects and literally enables us to see things. Artists create the illusion of light by being able to produce a wide range of tonal and color values. Value is one of the 7 elements of art, along with line, shape, form, texture, color, and space. Value is how light or dark a given color or hue is. Values can be better understood when they are visualized as a scale or a gradient. Here's the value scale for this gray tone. It ranges from pure white to absolute black, with a number of gray tones in between. Any hue or tone has a similar scale from dark to light. Different values are created by lightening the hue, in this case adding white to it, or by darkening it with black. When an artwork has many tones in between black and white, it is considered low contrast. For instance, in this photograph by Nicholas Nixon, notice how many different shades of gray there are. A high contrast image, on the other hand, would have very few tonal values between black and white, like this photograph by Kenneth Josephson. The texture of an object's surface can play a role in how we see value. In this photograph by Brett Weston, notice how the veins in the leaves of lettuce create areas of dramatic contrast between light and dark. Compare that with this photograph of bananas, also by Weston. The skin of the bananas dulls the light, which gives the photograph much less contrast. The different ways artists create lines and implied textures can also affect how we perceive value. Notice how heavy and dark the blacks are in this charcoal drawing. Also notice how certain areas smoothly transition from dark to light. This watercolor painting's blacks aren't nearly as dark. Notice too how the shading isn't as smoothly blended. The next time you are looking at a photograph, painting, or drawing, try to notice how the artist is rendering value. And when you're creating your own artwork, practice creating value scales with a variety of different mediums and hues, so your artwork shines in its own unique way.
Okay, so 1 second. Just like they talked about in the video, values when you go from light to dark. The light colors, who knows what those are called? It's either tint or shade. What do you guys think? Tint. Yeah, so when you add white to a color, you're going to get a tint. That means by adding black to a color, we would get what? Shade. Good job. This is just some different ways that you can get shades. So whether you're using dots, whether you're using scribbles, and this is a great exercise to practice anytime you just have a few minutes of free time, even on the edge of your paper. See how many different ways you can go from light to dark and make a grayscale. This is what it looks like when you add shading, and anytime you add shading, you're using value, and anytime you're using value in an artwork, you're making it look more realistic. Okay, and this doesn't have to be black and white, so you can do this also with color, which is what we're going to do today. So let me show you what we're going to be doing. Everybody is going to have the color of their team. Pick one of your spots, and we're going to work from light to dark, but we're going to start with middle tone, and middle tone would be the exact color that you have. So let me show you a little bit of my tray here. So on your tray, let's say I'm a member of the purple team, I have a big gob of purple, a big gob of white, and a big gob of black. We at no point will be mixing this on the tray. We will be mixing on our paper. We're going to start with just plain purple. That's going to be our middle tone color. And I'm going to make mine sort of a swoosh, since last time we kind of made some straight lines. So this is just my purple tone color. Then we're going to go with lightning. We're going to go with tints first. What are we going to go with first?
Tints.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip in the purple, and I'm going to put 3 dots of color, 1 dot of white. Say it with me, 3 dots of color,
3 dots of color,
1 dot of white.
1 dot of white.
We're going to basically be using addition. Now I'm just going to brush the white into the purple and go back and forth, and this will start to blend together. Down here, I'm going to go 2 dots of purple,
2 dots of purple,
2 dots of white.
2 dots of white.
So we're working in 4 colors. Down here, I'm going to go 1 dot of purple,
1 dot of purple,
3 dots of white.
3 dots of white. Actually, that's 3 dots of purple.
Yeah, that started to look a little purple. I should probably start rinsing my brush in between each one. Down here, I'm just going to go straight white with only a teeny bit of purple and fill it in. So I better start mixing my brush. So I get nice and close there. It looks better in real life, but can you see how it goes from medium down to light? It's like a slow fade. So now let's go the opposite direction. You definitely want to rinse your brush. If you mix white and black, what are you going to get? Yeah, we're trying to stay away from gray tones. So I'm going to rinse my brush every time this time because I think that'll be a lot better. Now, on your tray, you'll notice that I give you a lot of white and only a teeny bit of black. And that is because black really goes a very, very, very long way. So when I say a dot of black, I mean only the corner tip of your brush is going to go in the black. So I'm going to start here with 3 dots of purple.
3 dots of purple.
And then literally look at this dot of black that I'm adding. Okay, now yes, you can barely see it, but watch what happens. Look when it mixes. Look how much darker that is. And if you're not careful, you'll go instantly black. So I'm going to swerve this in. Now I'm going to go 2 big dots of purple.
2 big dots of purple.
2 small dots of black.
2 small dots of black.
See how much darker we're getting already?
Yeah.
Alright, now I will go 1 big old swipe of purple.
1 big old swipe of purple.
1, 2, 3.
3 dots of black.
And then I'm going to finish this off with just a little bit of purple and black. And while that may look perfect, almost black to you, on mine I can see that it's a very dark plum, like a very burnt plum. But when you look at it from up here, you can see we go from light all the way to dark. When I'm done, I will clean my paintbrush. I will put clean water in my bucket. I will leave my tray on my desk. My collage is wet. So it must go to the drying rack. If my hands are clean, my area is clean, I may read 1 book on the carpet, or get 1 piece of free draw.